Welcome. I'm going to introduce you to the graphical methods, and here we are going to talk about how to obtain the center and the radius of the equation of a circle. So let's start. Let's start by looking at the equation that we have. The equation is obtain the center and the radius of an equation of a circle, and the equation of a circle is 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 6x plus 10y plus 9 is equivalent to 0. So the equation is obtain the center and radius of an equation of a circle, and the equation is 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 6x plus 10y plus 9 is equivalent to 0. And this is how we start. Let's write our equation, which is 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 6x plus 10y plus 9 is equivalent to 0. When you look at this equation, we can realize that the coefficient of x and the coefficient of y is actually 2. But when we are looking for the center and the radius of an equation, we must get the coefficient of x and this y must be 1. It must be 1. And when we are forming or when we are looking the radius and the center of a circle, we must know that the equation of a circle looks like this, that it is x minus a, we square, no, it is x plus a, it is x plus a, we square, plus, we open the brackets, it is y plus p, we square, it gives us to the radius squared. So that is the equation of a circle, which says x plus a squared plus y plus p squared is equal to radius squared. Radius squared. So if we look at this equation, r squared is actually the radius which is squared, and if we look at a and p, these are the centers. A and P, they are the centers of a circle. So let's start by looking now. So we start with, we go here, so we divide both sides by 2 so that our coefficient of x can be 1. So let's divide by 2. We divide it by 2. We divide it by 2. We divide it by 2. We divide this one by 2. So the equation becomes, we are going to have our equation as x squared plus y squared minus 3x plus 5y plus 4.5, which is equivalent to 0. Now let's form the equation. We put the like terms together. So we are going to have x squared minus 3x plus c. We must know our c. Then we are going to have it like, let's see where we have our y. It is addition sign, so it is plus y squared minus y squared plus 5y is equal to negative 4.5. So we take this 4.5 to the other side, and when we take to the other side it becomes a negative. So plus y plus c here, yeah, plus c. So we want to get the equation. So we want to get the c here and the other c here. Now for you to get c is simply equivalent to p over 2 squared. P over 2 squared. So let's get c for this case. Our p here is negative 2, so it is going to be negative 3 over 2. We square this becomes 9 over 4. And if we also wanted the c here, another c here, the c is going to be equivalent to, what's our p? P is 5. Our p is 5. So over 2, we square it. We are going to get 25 over 4. 25 over 4. So those are our c. Now let's form the equation. The equation is going to be x squared minus 3x plus c. Our c is 9 over 4 plus y squared plus 5y plus 25 over 4 is going to be equivalent. Let's check here. Our 9 over 4 is actually supposed to be a minus. Yeah, this is a negative sign. Yeah, so 9 over 4 should be a negative sign, because if we look at our p here, our p here is a negative sign, and if we look, our p here is actually a positive sign. So that's why once we get our c here, it actually becomes a positive. So it's going to be equivalent to negative 4.5 plus, now we add all our c. We add all our c here. So the first c is 9 over 4. So plus 9 over 4 plus another c here is actually 25 over 4. So plus 25 over 4, like that. So let's go. Let's now do it. Now, from this equation that we have to form our equation in this manner, like x minus a squared. No, it is x plus a squared plus y plus p. We square, it gives us r squared, like this. Now let's move. Now we are going to have our x. It is our x minus 3 over 2. We square this, x minus 3 over 2 plus, we open the brackets, it is now y plus p is actually 5 over 2. It is 5 over 2. We square this, it gives us r squared. Now if we look at here, we have negative 4.5. This is going to be plus 9 over 4 plus 25 over 4. It actually gives us 9 over 4 plus 25 over 4. It gives us 8.5. It gives us 8.5. So we are going to have negative 4.5 plus 8.5. Negative 4.5 plus 8.5, it actually gives us 4. So we are going to have 4 here. We are going to have 4 here. And now we are going to have our centers. So when we want to get our centers, we just change the sign. We don't take the sign the way it is here. So if the sign is a negative, our center becomes a positive. So one point of the center becomes a positive point. It becomes a positive. And the other side, if here is a positive, we interchange the sign and it becomes a negative. So the other point of that center becomes a negative. So our point A here, so our centers are going to be, so our center is going to be, so our center is going to be 3 over 2 is actually 1.5, so it is positive 1.5, so it is 1.5. Yeah, that's our first point. And another point is going to be 5 over 2 is 2.5. 5 over 2 is 2.5, and the sign is positive, so it becomes negative. So it becomes negative 2.5. So these are our centers, and we know that r squared, this is our 4, is actually our r squared. So if it is our r squared, we can say r squared is equal to 4. So we want to get what r is. R is the square root of 4, which is actually 2. So we can realize that the center is 1.5. The center is 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. So the center is going to be 1.5 and 2.5. And then our radius is going to be 2 units. It's going to be 2 units. So we have our radius as 2 units and our center is 1.5 and 2.5. Thank you very much. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, comment and like.